TikToker arrested for peeing on grocery store food. Now I've been screaming from the mountaintop, from the rooftop. I've been screaming at the government and telling them to ban TikTok. This is what TikTok is doing now. They peeing on grocery food. Now I don't know what is wrong with y'all TikTok folks, bro. It's not all of y'all. I ain't gonna make it seem like it's everybody, but some people on TikTok just be weird. They be doing all kind of weird shit. Like peeing on grocery store food is crazy. Like if I would've, like, imagine you going to the grocery store and you in the meat department. Pause. That sounded crazy. And you smell something, but you're not quite sure what you smelling. And you pick up some chicken and it's piss on it.
Shoppers in Keene are equally confused and disgusted after learning about the arrest of Kelly Tedford. The 23-year-old is now charged with felony criminal mischief, accused of using her own urine to contaminate products at the Monadnock Co-op grocery store and posting a video of the act online.
Well, guys.
What?
I think it's time. I think it's about time that we hit the old factory reset button on society, because people are out here doing shit that people have just never done before. People are out here coming up with ideas, conceptualizing concepts that the human brain was just never meant to conceptualize. Something is wrong. Now, as we've learned over the years, people doing diabolical shit to grocery store products for internet content is, for some reason, pretty popular. I feel like the first real viral moment this kind of content has, and, honestly, calling this content feels really, really wrong, but, lack of a better term. I feel like the first big moment we had was when those idiots licked the ice cream, and ever since, it's all been downhill. We've seen people discard their nasty panties into the produce section of a grocery store, dudes spraying bug killer all over food. We've seen a lot, but clearly, as is evidenced by what we're talking about today, we have yet to see it all. A couple of weeks ago, a TikToker and OnlyFans model named Kelly Tedford was...
She's a TikToker and she's an OnlyFans model, and she's pissing on grocery food. She's pissing on grocery store food. I want to ask her, how did we get here in society? Like, how did we, like, as human beings, how did we get to this point? Where did we go wrong, man? I feel like I'm saying this almost every week now. Where did we go wrong as a society? Like, 'cause this is fucked up. Like, why are you pissing on grocery store food for? Like, are you that desperate for content to where as though you got to do outrageous shit to go viral? You want to be known for the women, for the woman that pissed on grocery store food? That's
arrested after it was discovered that she had been selling sexual content on the internet for the last 4 years of her, pissing on food in a grocery store. Yeah, wish I was joking, but I'm not. The lady you're looking at right now has been making a killing, I presume, over the last 4 years. At least, honestly, I would hope. Doesn't really seem like something you would do just to do. But for the last 4 years, she's been selling videos on OnlyFans of her going into a grocery store and just pissing on random shit. And due to what I can only assume was one of the hardest hitting moments of post-nut clarity of all time, a few weeks ago, somebody sent an anonymous tip to the police telling them that she was doing this, and she was pretty quickly arrested. Now, I'm sure you're going to be disappointed to hear this, but unfortunately today we're not going to be watching these videos for obvious reasons. YouTube hates personal expression. Don't want to get in trouble showing them.
I ain't want to watch that shit anyway.
About getting in trouble, I wasn't able to find them. Trust me, I looked. But we are going to be going through a few news articles just to kind of highlight the absurdity of this shit. And, hopefully bring some awareness to any other dumbasses who are considering doing shit like this. This woman has ruined her life. She's probably going to end up being a felon after this. Not only that, she will forever be the woman who pissed all over the grocery store for OnlyFans money. There's really no coming back from that.
That's sad,
bro. It might be worse than being a registered felon. But basically, what went down here is on February 14th, Valentine's Day, the police received an anonymous tip about this woman's behavior. Guys, I am telling you, this was a guy who was into some really weird shit. He was alone on Valentine's Day. He was feeling bad. He found some grocery store piss porn. He jerked one, and then he felt 400 times worse. And he was like, you know what? This woman needs to be imprisoned. Now, me personally, I would argue that he belongs in prison as well for jerking off to this shit. But hey, we'll talk about that later. After receiving the tip,
he was jerking off. Yo, Yo. This is why I always advocate for TikTok to be banned. Y'all see why now? Cause they doing shit like this. What possess you? I'm not even about to. I'm done. I ain't pausing no more. It is
Long investigation, and they began working with the. What the fuck? The Monadnock Food Co-op? That's one of the worst names I've ever heard for a business. Generally, you kind of go for the roll off the tongue feel. They went the opposite direction. Interesting strategy. Anyways, the Monadnock Food Co-op was not the only place that this woman pissed on the groceries. The article mentions that multiple stores and even multiple communities were affected by this, so she was making her rounds. Why this was the only store named by the police, I don't know. Probably because it had the goofiest name, which I'm realizing now I'm probably pronouncing wrong. Hold on. Monadnock. What the fuck does that mean? An isolated hill or ridge or erosion-resistant rock rising above a peneplain. What the fuck is a peneplain? A more or less level land surface produced by erosion over a long period, undisturbed by crustal movement. Learning a lot today. But seriously, like, I'm actually kind of curious as to why this was the only grocery store that was mentioned. If my local grocery store fell victim to the piss bandit, I would want to know. Anyways, the Monadnock Food Co-op, which I'm now realizing is a much better name now that I'm not pronouncing it like a dumbass, worked with the health department to make sure that there was no risk remaining. The products that were recalled were red quinoa, white quinoa, tricolor quinoa, cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and raw walnuts. So this woman was just trying to cause as much suffering as possible. That sounds like a bunch of raw bulk shit, so she was pissing like into containers, I assume. Need to throw her under the fucking prison. Also, really curious
pissing in a
as to what
container
the deal with the quinoa is. Pissing in one kind of quinoa? Okay, I get it. We've all been there. Pissing in 3? That's some sinister shit. Chills me to my bones. Can you imagine being the cop who had to relay this shit to the grocery store? Thought it was just going to be a normal day of pulling people over for no reason. And instead your boss is like, hey, you've got to watch this woman piss on a bunch of different stuff and identify it for us. Hope you're hungry. Professor Piss here, though, was arrested and charged with criminal mischief, which is a Class B felony. There will probably be additional charges once she actually gets to court. She was released on personal recognizance bail, which personally I think her bail should have been like $15 million. She
Damn.
to her community. She's abandoned to the country.
15 million.
Lost an estimated $1,500 in destroyed merchandise and cleaning cost, which, like, $1,500 of quinoa and raw walnuts is a lot of fucking quinoa and raw walnuts. This girl was a pisser. Had a damn cannon on her, that's for sure. But like I said, as of right now, she's looking at a Class B felony, which in New Hampshire, where this occurred, can be punished by up to 7 years in prison. Now, like, I don't really know what I think is an appropriate time in prison for something like this. Like 7 years for pissing on grocery store food for 4 years. Like, on one hand, I feel like maybe that.
Nah, it ain't enough time. If I was to judge me personally, I'm at least giving her ass 20 years. You gotta pay for what you done. Man, you done probably traumatized some people. What if some people ate some of the shit that you pissed on? Just imagine that. Like, you literally the pissy bandit. Like, I'm not letting you out of jail no time soon. You at least doing 20 years. Off the rip. That's where we starting at. For 4 years you been doing this shit. So you been getting away with pissing. Man, whatever, man. Like, just use the toilet. Why are you pissing on grocery store food? Like, what sense do that make? Are you trying to get people sick? Obviously, she don't give a damn, because all she care about is OnlyFans and TikTok, which is why TikTok should be fucking banned. What the fuck is the hold up? I've been saying y'all gonna ban TikTok. It was banned for like a quick second. Everybody lost their mind, and then it was unbanned within the quickness. It was so quick that they unbanned that shit. I want them to ban it again. Take this shit off the map. I don't want no more TikTok pissy bandits, man. This shit need to be erased.
A little much. You know what I mean? Like, 7 years is a pretty long time. However, if I got wind that somebody had been pissing on my raw walnuts and was selling the footage after I ate those bad boys, I'd want them to get a life sentence. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
I don't
life
really
sentence
know
it is.
what to say this woman deserves, but I definitely think a few years is more than fair. Like, if she gets a slap on the wrist, I will be genuinely disappointed. You had 4 years to reflect on your actions. 4 fucking years of pissing on food that you know hundreds, probably probably thousands of people ate. You know what? The more I talk about it, maybe 7 years wouldn't be enough. Like, I kind of keep forgetting the fact that so many people must have ingested this woman's piss over the years. Yeah, give her 25 to life. And you know who else deserves 25 to life? The people paying for this shit. Yeah, I didn't forget about you. Look, if you're into piss, live your life. I don't give a fuck. But this is not excusable like some of the other content that falls under this like same umbrella is. Like, you watch the idiots who lick the ice cream, or you watch the guy who was spraying the cockroach killer all over the produce. Who cares? It's on TikTok. It's free. Sure, you shouldn't give them the view, but like, who really gives a shit? This, you seeked out. You paid for this shit. You found a woman committing what is basically an act of terrorism against her community. The poor Monadnock Food Co-op. And you were like $9.99 a month? Fuck yeah, sign me up now. Bill me for a fucking year.
$10 to watch somebody piss.
Woman to pay her bills through pissing on quinoa. I honestly think that's a first. You're the first person to ever say you've done that. Like, look, I'm not a kink shamer. If what you're doing isn't hurting anybody, I couldn't give a singular shit what you do behind your closed door.
Man, forget it. He being nice about it. Anybody who paid for that shit $10 to watch her piss on grocery store food, you should be her co-defendant. That's what I feel like. Y'all should be in jail together. Y'all should be fighting this case together. As far as I'm concerned, y'all part of this shit too. Yeah, you a part of the problem because you paying for this shit, encourage her to do it even more. So yeah, y'all should be a part of this shit too. Go ahead and go to jail. Yeah, all y'all are a part of this shit. This is ridiculous. Man, I'll be pissed up. Man, you know how pissed off I'll be if I...
Those are your closed doors. These are not closed doors. They are probably automatic sliding doors. This does hurt people. And I'm not even really joking when I say the people paying for this shit should probably face consequences too. Obviously they won't. Pursuing that would kind of be a nightmare. But I mean, I'm sure paying for something like this is like technically illegal. I mean, I feel like this is the same thing as buying something that you know was stolen. You are paying for videos that you know are illegal to produce. Everyone involved here should go to their own prison. Actually, no, because then they just piss on each other. Oh my god, there's no solution. Anyways, her arraignment is scheduled for April 7th. This is one that I will be following up on because, like I said, I'm genuinely going to be disappointed with our criminal justice system even more than I already am if this woman does not go to a prison. She needs to be behind bars. Maybe for good. Well, guys, what do you think? What do you think?
Maybe for good is crazy.
Sentence? Like I said, I really don't know.
I say 20 years.
I feel like this woman definitely deserves at least like 2 or 3 years. The problem, however, is that the charge she's looking at, the minimum sentence for where she lives is 3.5 years. And I don't know, I feel like some judges might see that and feel like it's a little much and end up just like putting her on probation. Which
I was just about to say that. She ain't about to face no time. She gonna get probation and he's just gonna call it an evening. She ain't about to get no time.
Seriously, 4 years of doing this into what sounds like the raw bulk sections of grocery stores. This woman has forced what's got to be at least a few thousand people to drink and eat her piss. Like I said, 25 to life. It's only fair. See ya.
Yeah, that lady, whoever that is, she need to get at least up to 20 years, man. Pissy Bill over here. Pissy Bandit. That shit is crazy, man. I hope any of y'all that's watching this, I hope she wasn't pissing in y'all area, like y'all vicinity. I hope this not where any of y'all live at, because that'll be tragic, man. Imagine you like watching this shit and knowing that you was shopping at that grocery store and most likely you consumed her piss. Man, I'll be ready to crash out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll be pissed off like a mother. But we about to get out of here. If y'all enjoyed that reaction video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm out of here, man. Smash that like button because it helps me get into the algorithm. I'm sleepy and I'm tired as y'all can see. I'm out of here, man.